Juice, how's it going?
Going great, man. Just got out of practice. Good day, but everything's going good.
We'll talk about the team in a minute because it just seems like I realize you're ranked pretty high, but since you haven't played on quite as big a stage as you're about to, but everybody is wondering about the Rebels. From a distance, they look pretty good. What's it like on the field?
Man, it's nice, man. Everybody is just efficient. The offense is efficient. The defense is going crazy out there, so everything's going good. Practices be going smooth, it's what we expect, it's wonderful, honestly.
You had a lot going for you at South Carolina. Let's talk for a second just about the decision that went in to you to make that move to join a lot of other players who seem to be
Yeah.
gravitating toward Oxford.
I mean, leaving South Carolina was tough. I got a lot of love for South Carolina. I loved it there, but coming here, I just felt like I had a better opportunity to, play with a Heisman candidate quarterback, play with a deep wide receiver room. And I feel like, honestly, it just helped me get better. And I wanted, a chance to win a championship.
Let me talk about that wide receiver room first because you're right. I mean, there are a lot of name players, including yours. Uh, Sometimes people want to go where they're the only one, but talk to us non-football players about how beneficial it is when you have other really great players around you.
Yeah, man. It puts you in a position where you can't get doubled. So you got Trey on one side, JY, Caden Lee, and if I'm out there, you can't double us. So it makes it pretty easy on you. But also, man, it also makes you better. You being around a lot of talent. It's not gonna do nothing but bring your talent up. So that was really a main thing for me. I wanted to be around a lot of guys who can help bring me up, and I can help them also.
And Juice, I don't want to bury the lead. You mentioned him, the Heisman candidate Jaxson Dart. When you have someone that good back there for a wide receiver, take us through the process and how much more efficient it is knowing that he can find you on the field.
Yeah, not only he can find you, but he talks to you like he's a coach. I just said that in another interview, like, anything he see or anything he notices, he's gonna like come to you on the sideline and let you know. Like he's talking to you like a coach. He's coming at you with the iPad and anything like that. And he just want to be perfect. A guy like that who holds himself to that type of standard. I definitely want a guy like that as my quarterback. So shouts out to Dart for sure.
I want to drill down on that because that's so interesting. I mean, we watch a game on TV or in the stadium, and the plays seem pretty normal and natural. And I realize that's not the way it is. But when you have a guy like Jackson, how can he adjust? How can he change things? And what does someone like him mean to what you do?
A guy like Dart, coaches pretty freely on letting him check things that he see, so if he see anything, he's gonna check it, and a guy like him makes it efficient, just because, the way he carries himself day in and day out is wonderful. You got a guy who's always in the building, calling us to come up here and meet with him, anything like that, a guy like that, it just shows, his type of commitment to the game.
So in terms of him, I realize it's one thing in practice, but as a game is unfolding, how do things change from what he sees defensively, and how does he communicate that to you and Trey and others?
We got our little signals and stuff like that, but most of the time he'll probably come to the sideline. If we see, with the iPads on the sideline now, he'll come to the sideline and, give us the iPad, and we'll go over concepts and things that we think will work. If we see something or a tendency that we got a corner or safeties doing, we'll just make sure we emphasize on that, and probably try to, work something out there.
With a great quarterback, I want you to educate the audience a little bit because it looks like okay, you go there, but I realize with the speed of the game and with guys like that, a lot of it is he's throwing the ball in anticipation. Otherwise, it's far more complex. Explain to us what's going on as you line up. You check and see where everything is, and then those very precious seconds between the time you break the huddle and that ball starts heading toward you.
I mean, that's what we got practice for. We make sure we are emphasize a lot on at practice on timing and concepts and stuff like that. So it kind of feels like practice when you out there with a guy like Dart. he makes it real easy, for you to catch the ball. But it's just like practice. That's what we go over at practice. We just continue to get those reps in. So, and off season, you get those reps down. So it's kind of easy for him to, know each timing of each receiver. You get what I'm saying?
Not to be disrespectful of other teams, but a lot of people are wondering about Ole Miss when they start getting to the games that the whole country is going to be talking about. Certainly, you made a short time of Wake Forest. That was a road game. Georgia Southern this weekend. I realize every week you have to prepare for, but I'm sure your eyes and your teammates' eyes are bouncing around the rest of the conference and see what else is going on, aren't you?
Nah, every week we just focus on, what we
You
got to
don't know
focus.
anything else, right?
We focusing on what we got to do. The pass in the pass and game that's up that week is the game that's up. We're not looking too far ahead. We're not looking too far back. We just focused on week to week. Now on Sundays we'll come in, on Mondays we'll come in and correct that. But once Tuesday hit, we on to the next game plan. We're not really focused on anything down the line. We know what the end goal is. But that week we're focused on that week.
So if I were to bring up a road game at a very difficult SEC opponent in a week or two, you would probably tell me I was not even aware of that, right?
Nah, I mean we know what the schedule,
Okay.
we know what it presents, but we're not really worried about that. We just worry about week to week games, man. I feel like if you try to think too far ahead, you lose track on games like Georgia Southern, Wake Forest. So and those are good teams. So we had to make sure we go in there focused and efficient. But I feel like if we just focused on the game plan of the week, I feel like we'll be good week to week. Go 1-0 every week.
And by the way, the other team in the state in the SEC played one of those teams last week and lost. So it can happen, as you know. Okay, before you go, let's talk about Lane Kiffin for a second because the media loves him, fans love to talk about him, but we don't know him really very well at all. We only know what
Yeah.
he lets us know. What's it like to be in the locker room with him, on the sidelines with him?
He's a coach that, wants to be perfect, man. He holds everybody around here to a high standard. He's a pretty chill coach, but when it's time to, play ball and do what we got to do, you could tell he's really passionate about it also, but Coach Kiffin as a person, he's just real cool and laid back. You can go to him and talk to him about anything. You see him on Instagram, doing videos and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. But when it's game time, you could tell, he flipped that switch and it's time to go.
So he's not that Lane Kiffin we see on social media, just always popping off about songs and groups and
I mean,
stuff.
if you go talk to him about stuff like that, I'm pretty sure he'll talk to you about it, But when we out here on the practice field and stuff like that, he's passionate, man. He wants everybody to, do their job and do it right, So Coach Kiffin, he's a great coach, though. I love the way he coached, man. He's real chill and laid back. But when it's time for ball, it's time for ball.
Now, for a guy like Lane Kiffin, for a young man like you to call him chill, that's a pretty good compliment.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's not gonna do too much, but when it's time to ball though, he's expecting you to do your assignment.
Okay, so there is a serious side to Lane Kiffin. We now have confirmed
Definitely.
with Juice Wells. Hey, Juice, thanks for making time.